everyone, it's clayrammage. I'm back again with another what sold video. This is from the period of July 1st through July 15th. So these are pretty current. We've actually sold a whole lot of stuff, so I don't want a really long video. So let's just get right into it. And the first item that we sold is this 3 cat figurines. One of them did have a chip in his ear right there. Can see, and so yeah, so in July 13th I started this is actually, I'm sorry, I said July, this is actually in August. This is what sold from August 1st to August 15th, not July. In July though, I did start my 40% off sale. I'm doing an inventory clearance sale, I said, so it was a lot of my older items is all I listed. My newer items that I've been listing, I didn't put on the 40% sale. So you can tell, the 40% items that we go through were my older ones that I was trying to move merchandise. So these sold. That was great. Next one is this Tonka truck. I picked these up at the bins along with those kittens. This one came from the bins. In fact, the majority of the items that I've sold came from the bins, in case I forgot to mention it. So this sold for $7.79 plus shipping. I need to slow down. I'm trying to rush too fast, so I can't talk. Anyway, craziness. So yeah, good little find. Got positive feedback. The guy said it was in better condition than he thought, so that's good. This is a print I picked up recently at, I don't even remember, one of the stores. South Carolina print, and sold fairly quickly for $34.99. Quite happy with that. I probably paid, I think I paid $4.99 for it at one of the local Goodwill stores. This is a German-made necklace and earrings set. These were actually from my mom. I was selling them for her. So we sold these for $12 plus shipping. And this is this Kenny Rogers autographed tambourine. Again, I picked this up at the bins. Sold this for $59.40, which I'm quite happy with because I couldn't authenticate that is his signature, although, it looks like a lot of his others, and because it's a curved surface, there's no way there's going to be a consistency. I couldn't verify it, and the guy that was buying it did question me on it, and I told him, I had no way of proving it, but, his signature varies a lot. So anyway, but I did get positive feedback from the buyer once he got it, so that was good. And here's the Queen embroidery hoop that, again, found at the bins that I was surprised sold for $249, $250 basically, plus shipping. No, actually, I included shipping on this particular item. But she did have to pay tax, and she was from New York, so it was $270 all total. But yeah, so that was my exciting find from the bins in the month of July. This is another item from the bins. This was brand new miniature masterpiece puzzle. It's one of the very small ones. I think it was like an 80-piece puzzle or something. They did a whole series of these on art masterpieces. This particular one is The Birth of Venus. Sold that for $10 plus shipping. I found 2 of these vintage lampshades, Gone with the Wind style. This is a quilted milk glass pattern. I've actually sold it twice. The first person sent it back because it wasn't the right size. And then I sold it again shortly thereafter for, $20 basically, plus shipping. This little pottery vase I picked up at one of the Goodwill stores. Again, I probably paid $2, $1.99 for it, I think. Sold it for $7.19 plus shipping. Here's 3 bow ties. I've had really good luck with bow ties. And what I do, I picked these up. These 3 came from an estate sale. I paid $1 each for them. And I make sure that they're good name bow ties, not just any. And they're not the pre-tied bow ties. You have to be these that you tie. These happen to be some really good names, and sold these for $25.99 plus shipping fairly quickly, usually within a month. These come in and go out for me. Here's one of these electronic things I don't usually get into, but again, at my bins, I pay 49 cents. This was a Palm Pilot. And the reason I picked this one up is because it was with the rhino skin case. So not only was it the Palm Pilot, but it had the heavy duty rhino skin case, which is like almost supposedly indestructible. I did not test it. I sold it as is, sold it for $7.79. The guy who received it gave me feedback saying he put new batteries in it, worked just fine. So can't ask for more than that. Here's a little print I picked up. Again, I think I picked this up at the bins. Sold this for $7.79 plus shipping. Here we go with the sewing machine parts that my wife and I found at the beginning of August. This was the little tray that fits over the arm of the sewing machine that I sold for $30 within a couple hours of listing it. 30 plus shipping. And here is the extension table attachment for that same sewing machine that sold for $99 within 24 hours of listing it. Here's another pottery mug that I picked up at the bins. So this was a Clayton Studios, which is out of North Carolina. I love the leaf design on it. So sold for $8.99. This jacket, having some iced coffee here. This jacket I was selling for my mom. This was the second one of this style. They had a number of vintage 1980s coats, brand new with the tags. Their Pioneer Wear was the name. So this was one of those. Sold this for $75 plus shipping. And the guy gave me feedback and said it was exactly what he was looking for. So that happy camper. Here's another jacket. This was also my mom's. Sold this for $47.40. New with tags, 1980s, goose down. Here's a pair of Rolex spoons I actually picked up at an antique store. And I paid $6 for them and only sold them for $9. So I think I made like 50 cents on these when it's all said and done. Not worth my effort. I learned from that. But still, nice pair of souvenir spoons. Okay, this next set of stuff I sold all to the same person. So this pair of wooden salt and pepper shakers, there was a set of two different ones, a walnut one that was made in the US, that set with the stand, and then these two that were made in Japan. This Easter egg craft lot with the bunnies, this longer burger basket, this Walker and Hall shot glass caddy, 1920s, and this whole vase. All 5 of these pieces went to the same buyer. So that was really nice. It was a wonderful purchase. All total, it was like $50 for these items. This was the only item I did not get at the bins. This one I paid $4 for at one of the regular Goodwill stores. So yeah, that was a wonderful thing. Here's another one of the Bernino sewing machine parts. This is the knee lift. Sold this a couple days after listing for $50. So again, that 49-cent investment really paid off. Made over $220, and I still have the foot controller and power cord listed. So here is one of the Danunen Scotland mugs that I've been picking up lately. I picked up 3 of these. This one sold. I actually took best offer of $10 on this item plus shipping. It was a beautiful cup. This particular one was a gardening theme cup, so it was really cute. Brand new in the plastic wrap photo mosaics puzzle, the Van Gogh Starry Night theme. This I found at the bins. Again, brand new puzzles, sell well. Sold this for $19.30 plus shipping. Here was a surprise for me. I picked up this Henri statue. This is actually Joseph. This is from the nativity scene. This is from the Bernardi series. And it is marked on the bottom. It's and I wasn't sure this when I first picked it up. I knew it was wood and it was hand carved and it had this, stamp on it, an Henri, and then this number. And it was $3.99. So I took a risk on it and said I'll go ahead and pick it up. And so I actually forgot about it. It was sitting in my closet, and we've been listing different Christmas stuff. And one day I was like, okay, I just got to get stuff listed because I'm falling behind. So I listed it, threw it out. Well, I started doing some research and finding out that this particular guy there weren't too many of them listed, and they were all listed for over $100. So I thought, well, I'm just going to throw it out here for $99 and see what happens, not expecting anything. And it sold the same day that I listed it for $99. So again, I'm quite happy with that. That's huge profit in a very short amount of time. So I probably could have listed it for more and held on to it, but I'm happy to keep things moving. So watch for these Henri figures. They are hand carved. There's a series of different carvers that do each nativity set. There's different styles and different nativity sets that they do. The nativity set, they do other figurines outside of nativity sets, but they're not as valuable as the nativity set figures. They seem to do much better. This is just a little plastic trinket tray that I found at the bins long time, well, when I first started going to the bins. So this would have, I think December is when I found this. I sold this locally to a person here in Minnetonka, actually. So that was cool. $3.59. Here's one of these sets of ties. I look for high-end tie brands. Pick them up, onesie, twosie. Like it's a Brooks Brothers. There's a Stefano Ricci and a Dolce & Gabbana. All of them, expensive men's ties if you buy them new. So I pick them up for, pennies on the dollar. At the bins, these three all came from the bins. Listed these for $30, sold them within a month for $30 plus shipping. So they were all in excellent shape too. That's the other key. They have to be in great shape. This is a set of vintage Singer sewing machine attachments that I picked up at the bins. There are two separate boxes, a lot of different binding attachments and ruffling attachments, a few other different kinds of feet, but it's mostly binders and rufflers. So I took best offer on these of $20 plus shipping. So worked out really well because they were kind of heavy, but good stuff. Then this is another item I've had for a long time. This was a Thomas O'Brien, who is a famous designer. It's in a clear acrylic box, and the lid comes off of it. It's held on magnetically right on the corners. And it's marked Thomas O'Brien. He does a lot of home design stuff, and my photos were horrible. That's part of the reason it was sitting out there for a long time. And I actually was getting ready to redo the photos and relist it because there wasn't much happening. And then it sold, so I didn't have to worry about redoing the photos. And the photos make it look worse than it is, so hopefully they'll be pleased when they get it. This also is an item I just found at the bins last week when I was there with Kate. And this is a Royal Sphinx Delft plate. Again, I paid 39 cents for the plate and sold it for $39.99 and within 24 hours of listing it. This is the platter size, so it's a 12-inch plate, or the charger size, very large plate, but it's designed to hang on the wall, not to be used for eating off of. And I did disclose that there are, like on the back, there's these manufacturer's marks, but the front, in this case, the only issue was this blue paint from the, manufacturing process when they were creating it. Somebody smudged some paint on the side of it. But again, these I probably could have held out for a lot more money, but my thing is I need quick turnaround. So I'm making, 100 times what I paid for it. So it's pretty amazing. Here's another item I found at the bins last week. This is actually I think Kate found this and handed it to me, but it was a Holly Hobby toddler outfit, and it was homemade. And because I didn't have, there's no size because it was homemade, I took pictures with the ruler showing the size of it, with the cross and all that, so that if somebody's buying it for a child, they know exactly what size it was. But yeah, just a darling fabric. And again, that sold fairly quickly for $20. These 3 vintage mercury glass birds, you know, they're the clip-on type for your Christmas ornaments. And I found these at the bins again shortly after I started going there. So I've had these for a long time, but I put all the Christmas decorations aside, thinking I'll list them later. Well, now it's later, so I'm listing them. And so I listed these, sold them within a week of listing them for $15 plus shipping. And because they're mercury glass, they're very light, so I didn't pay much for those initially. And then the final item I just sold, these 3 bird prints. It's a Heartfelt Feathered Friends series of pictures that were produced back in 1994. There's a number of them. These 3 I picked up at the bins, and they've been listed for a long time. But my sale ended, and then they sold. And they sold for $15, and that included shipping. So actually, I took best offer of these of $10 plus shipping. How did I do that? It was $10 free shipping to the buyer. That's what it was. Because I only made I actually ended up making $3 on these. You know, so again, it's not something I would probably do again, just because it took a long time to sell. They don't take up much space. Fortunately, they're only 4 inches by 4 inches. They're small prints. But anyway, I just needed to move inventory. We moved it. We're good. So that's what sold in the first half of August so far. It's been the busiest of our sales months for the first half of any month since I started doing this. Hopefully the rest of the month will continue on that pace, and we will hope for the best. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the series, and these are different things you can look for if you're in the reselling business to help supplement some of your sales. Thanks, guys. Catch ya. Bye.